Peter Watten was just 54 when he died, a decade ago, after contracting hepatitis C. Like thousands of other haemophiliacs, he'd been treated with contaminated blood in the 1970s and 80s. His son Tim runs a removal firm in Ashford. He says growing up he saw his dad's health deteriorate.
We lost out on that father and son bond. Quite a long, sort of hard process. And it's taken me like 10 years to sort of come to terms with that.
Tim didn't just lose his dad, but also two uncles, who were patients at the same clinics in Canterbury and Margate. Their haemophilia meant their blood wouldn't clot. They were given a blood product known as Factor 8. At the time, it was made from imported plasma, much of it from the US, where high-risk groups such as drug addicts were paid cash to donate. As a result, it's thought 30,000 people in the UK were infected with HIV or hepatitis C. Today, the government announced it's making changes to the ongoing support on offer and working on a framework for compensation.
For decades now, government have paid support payments, and they've always talked about them as ex gratia without liability payments. So this first talk about compensation is a really significant step for our community, because we feel it's very much a step towards government accepting liability for what happened.
It's also been cautiously welcomed by one Sussex MP, who has long campaigned on the issue.
It's right, it'll be welcomed, it's late. It's 31 years since I first started working with the Haemophilia Society to try to get proper recognition of the effect that being contaminated or having the infected blood would have on people and their households.
Tim wants to see someone accept responsibility for what happened to his dad.
I just want that apology and someone to be man enough to say, we did wrong, instead of just keep lying and accept that we were children and, we never had social services. Where were they? No one seems to want to answer, where was our support?
Any compensation won't come until after the current public inquiry concludes. That's at least a year away. For the families involved, the long wait for answers and closure goes on. Kit Bradshaw, ITV News, Ashford.